CDs, those round shiny things you used to save all your pocket money up for each week and sit on the edge of the bed listening to while reading the lyrics. Just me? My name's Alan, and I think I have the best CD collection in the world. Here to disagree with me is my good friend Ross. On each episode we'll chat about each album, what it means to me, and why I think my collection is greater than yours.
What's disappointing is there's all those weeks that we missed, right?
Yeah.
For whatever reason, like for good reasons.
Yeah.
If we'd listened to this, we could have probably listened to this a couple of months ago if we had kept on track.
What,
and I would have gone.
This particular one?
This particular album, yeah.
Right.
And I would have then been able to go and see them because they were playing in Carlisle, weren't they?
Yeah.
And I didn't go because I thought, oh, I don't really know them that much. But obviously, now that I was tasked to listen to this,
yeah,
it makes me think, oh, I should have really.
But I mean,
but that's fine in retrospect. Yeah,
you know, that's taking research into that is going the extra mile. That is,
yeah,
seeing a band specifically so we can talk about it. That is
something to talk about anyway. I thought, at what point is that joke going to be made? For any reason, because it could be made.
I didn't get that joke. I didn't think about that. Was that pre-planned?
No,
was that
it's just because it's the song that I've listened to probably a few times.
It's one of
in the past few days.
Yeah, it's probably the biggest one.
Ooh, something to talk about.
This album.
It's a very good song, isn't it? So
yeah.
You've probably got an idea of that I actually really did enjoy listening to this. It's strange though because I listened to it first on Tuesday.
By the way.
Oh yes.
This is what we're talking about.
They'll know by the beginning. Yeah.
2002 soundtrack to About a Boy by Badly Drawn Boy.
Which is unusual to call it like an album, as such, isn't it? Because it's a soundtrack, but it is an album because it's one guy. It's written by one person.
He wrote all the songs for the album.
Yes,
for the film, even. So,
and also, they call it an album throughout all the reviews and things. So it's it's different in most soundtracks, I think.
Yeah.
I
heard it compared to.
Are you going to say Into the Wild?
No.
Okay.
No, I was going to say
Into the Wild soundtrack, but by Eddie Vedder. That's just really? Eddie Vedder.
Really?
But I only made that comparison literally just now when you said that. But go on. Who are you going to compare it
to? I can't remember what film it was. Simon and Garfunkel.
Oh yes, the Graduate.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's three actually. Yeah. So so Into the Wild was. Eddie Vedder was asked to do the whole soundtrack, and it's the same acoustic guitars and same kind of folky, and then some tracks like on this where it's just instrumental.
Yeah, and
it's just literally there to be like a filler for something.
Yeah,
because I felt like that with this. I didn't think it was going to be a soundtrack like an actual soundtrack, but then I realised very quickly that it was.
Got all the sort of segue bits. Of
literally 30 seconds or something. I think the first track's very short, if I remember rightly. Is it? Exit Stage Right?
Yes, Exit Stage Right. Yeah.
That feels like you're an intro, not an intro, but it feels like, that's just a bit for the film. That's not for us, really. I felt sort of relieved because I think a lot of the albums we've been listening to, I'm not a very big lyrics person. I'm not really that interested in lyrics a lot of the time, even though I criticise them quite a lot. But it was quite nice, the fact that I knew that there was bits where it was all instrumental. So I was
Yeah.
sort of relaxed a little bit, because she's like, I don't really have to sort of pay attention to the content of lyrics and remember lyrics or anything. I was just like, oh, okay, that's nice. So it was quite nice to see some of the instrumental stuff, because I think I did say at one point in one of these podcasts that I wouldn't listen to something without vocals or whatever.
Right.
But obviously I was wrong about that, because I quite enjoyed listening to some of the little instrumental bits, because some of the songs with lyrics and stuff have long instrumental parts.
Oh yeah.
I'll tell you what was quite good. Was it called File Me Away? Very memorable, very catchy. Are the lyrics just do? No, there are lyrics in it. Basically, when I was listening to it, I think I was doing some stuff around the house.
Were you cleaning the bathroom?
No, I think I was ironing a shirt. No, you'll notice that it's really good music for doing stuff around the house, and it's like proper rom-com family comedy.
It is
music.
Well,
like most of the album is that kind of thing, which is what it's for, really. But when you're listening to it, it makes you feel happy about just doing the mundane little bits around the house. So when you hear that song, "File Me Away," you're gonna want to have that on when you're hoovering and stuff. And also, it's so whistleable.
Oh yeah. Do. Okay.
It's genius, that really, for a film soundtrack. That to come up with that, you go, yes, I've hit gold.
Gold
for a family comedy. I mean, it's like, how has that not been done before? It sounds perfect.
Yeah, it just works, doesn't it?
Most of it was like that, wasn't it?
Well, yeah,
sort of.
Exit Stage Right, and then Dead Duck.
Just before you go any further, Exit Stage Right. Do you remember who had a live album called Exit Stage Right?
Hey.
Yes.
Yes. Was it Exit Stage Right?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Because Rush was Exit Stage Left. So.
Yes, of course.
But yeah, that's the only little bit. I thought, let's relate it back to another episode, shall we? That's the only relatable bit.
I love little bits like that. That's great.
I think there's more relatable stuff. That's going to be fun, actually, if we try and link all these episodes somehow.
That would be an extremely niche pub quiz.
There'll be one band that links them all. Like a Kevin Bacon kind of.
We'll get to Z, and we'll be like, oh my god,
ZZ Top. Who knew? I didn't really pay much attention to the track listing because I was just listening to it. I think I did go out through to Aldi with it.
Right.
But there's songs like the second song I thought sounded a bit like they were just having a bit of a jam. But I think it's because it's 4 minutes 33. I think he probably had to make certain songs long
for
purposes of a film. Yeah, it's just like and we needed some extended instrumental bits, just jamming away.
Yeah.
Just so they've got stuff to have dialogue over.
Yeah.
But I quite liked it. I mean, because when you know what it's for, if you didn't know this was a soundtrack, you might think, why are they doing this? But you kind of get the idea, don't you?
It's kind of weird, isn't it? It's like, why? Because this is his second album. Right.
Which I thought it was his first when I went on Spotify. So when I was listening to it, I didn't know he had a.
Yeah. So he got the Hour of the Wildebeest. Is that right?
Which was very well received, wasn't it?
Yes. Well, it won Mercury in 2000.
Yes, which surprised me because this is the thing. You never really remember who won Mercury prizes, do you? It's one of those.
There was a lot of big albums in 2000.
Was it Elbow that lost or something, or
Doves and Coldplay?
Doves.
Coldplay lost as well.
It's never the popular choice that wins.
Yeah.
But which is good, I think. It seems to be that they're more about quality rather than what sells the most or whatever.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it is a good album. I can't say I know it that well, but it is a good album.
It had his first. So the Once Around the Block's the only one I know of that's not on this, and that was before this first album, I think. And I think it was like they added it to the album, maybe.
Oh, what? Hour of the Wildebeest?
Yes, I think they added it to that, but it was actually before that. So he had like 3 EPs before that.
Oh,
Because
okay.
at first, right, so when I started listening to this, I think I put in Spotify Badly Drawn Boy, and it normally gives you the albums in chronological order.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure this was at the top when I first looked anyway, and I thought this was his first proper album. So I was quite surprised. I thought, how has he come out of nowhere and been given this opportunity to write a soundtrack? And I suppose he sort of has. I mean, he wasn't that huge. But I think the directors of the film kind of just took a liking to his music.
There must have been a fan or something.
I think that's all it says. I think the only bit that you can read is just the bit that says they liked his work, his previous work, so they hired him. You kind of think, well, you put a lot of faith into someone. Unless they had backups and things, I don't know. But it was a very small budget film as well. It was only like 30 million.
Yeah.
And I think it made 100-something million. So
did it really?
I think so. I think it made 130 or something.
Let's
have a look. Budget was 30 million. Box office 130 million.
Wow.
So you're sort of laughing there, really, aren't you?
All right. Just reading who directed it: Paul Weitz and Chris Weitz. I don't even.
They're brothers. I've never heard of them either.
No, I assume they're brothers.
We might be showing our ignorance there, maybe.
Yeah. The Weitz brothers, born to fashion designer John Weitz and actress Susan Kona.
Nepo babies.
First became famous. Oh, bloody hell! First became famous for directing the 1999 teen comedy American Pie.
Oh,
we probably should have known that.
Right. Well, no one. It's not like Scorsese, is it? It's not. No one remembers the director.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. It's
just certain scenes that you remember.
Paul John Weitz is an American.
But it won. This was nominated. This film was nominated for an Academy Award.
Was it?
Yeah, best adapted screenplay or something, I think. Which surprised me because
yeah.
I don't really remember watching it. I just remember it being very popular, kind of, with people like my parents' age. I think my dad had the book, maybe. I think, or he had.
I've read.
He had Nick Hornsby books. I think.
Yeah.
He was very popular at the time, wasn't he? Oh right. I think I might have seen the book around. Yeah.
It's very easy to read. It's just I
think I remember that even as a kid picking up his books, thinking this is easy to go with, like as a 12-year-old or whatever.
It's like it's good but simple. It's simple but good.
Yes.
And it's just I suppose if a simple story, it can be a bit boring, and
as long as the story's good, then you can write it however you want.
Yeah.
But then I think I read a little bit about the film, and I thought, like, I've only skimmed because I can't remember what it was like.
You were going to watch it, weren't you? You were.
Yeah, but it's like it's so weird. Like he pretends to have a child so he can go into a child and parent group so he can pull women that are mums.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's just that bit. You go, that's wrong, isn't it? That's wrong already.
Well, yeah.
And I just kept skimming it, and then he blackmails someone. The mum.
Did you?
Mum's got depression. I can't remember.
Yes, Toni Collette plays the mum. Yeah, she's got depression, and then the boy just latches on to. I can't. Yeah, I need to watch it.
I don't remember. I need to watch it. Maybe we'll have. We were going to watch it before we did this, but I thought.
Yeah.
I don't know if it would help.
I could read you the plot from Wikipedia, but
it's quite long. Yes, I tried skimming it, and then I thought, oh no. I thought maybe I'll watch it and see if it's as bad as it, because I don't think they're doing it justice on that description.
Oh, I do remember the first. This is the first moment I remember thinking, God, I want to write a Christmas song, because Hugh Grant's character is rich, isn't he? Because he's got the royalties thanks to a song that his dad wrote, a Christmas song that his dad wrote.
Oh, okay.
Not even him.
So he's supposed to be unlikable then, really, from the start.
Yeah.
It's like, oh God, this guy is living off his dad's money. Yeah.
And that's
trying to pull women.
I suppose that's the kind of story, isn't it? It's like
Yeah, it's like, oh, but look, he
turns
has got a
around.
heart.
Yeah.
And look, he likes this boy that's not his.
Weird.
But it was different times. You could leave your child with another man, with a strange man, and just make it a nice film.
I think I read a review of this album.
This album, it was refreshingly
Pitchfork.
small Wikipedia page for this album.
It was, yeah.
Compared to not Beast and the Harlot. What was that? What was the last album?
City of Evil.
City of Evil, huge
Yeah.
Wikipedia page to scroll through. This was like 2 paragraphs. I was quite surprised though, because I would have thought it would have had more about the film in the album Wikipedia, but it didn't really. But I've got some good facts for you that you might not have known.
Excellent. Hang on.
I don't know where we'll let you get to that first.
Let's see if I can find I think it was it a Pitchfork review? Pretty sure it was. They didn't like it at all.
I've not seen any of the reviews actually. I thought it was critically. Well, I don't know. Was it critically acclaimed?
Not
it
as
made him
much
popular.
Yeah, definitely.
Mainstream wise.
Yeah. Certainly not as much as Bewilderbeast, but.
Are you sure?
Well, I mean.
You think when he's connected with Hugh Grant?
Yeah, I suppose.
You think that would immediately give him a bigger audience? I think it did make him more. Like maybe you're thinking in a musical sense, his first album broke him, but this is going to put him into the public consciousness, isn't it? Everyone's going to know who everyone in the UK knew who Badly Drawn Boy was because of this film.
Yeah.
They didn't know who he was because of his music, but winning the Mercury Music Prize, which arguably I'd rather win the Mercury Music Prize.
Wow.
Well, would I?
I don't know. Yeah,
You only got 20 grand for that.
Is that how it is?
So his prize was 20 grand. I don't know if it's different now, but.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah. So it is Pitchfork, and it's about the album. But the first line is newsflash: Hugh Grant likes boys.
I like that.
Yeah. His latest film is entitled About a Boy and is based on the book by Nick Hornboy. Yeah.
Oh, is that meant to be a joke?
Yeah, I assume that their rating is out of 10 because I've only given it 4.9.
Well,
but yeah, they would
though, wouldn't they? Because they're thinking, it's corporate and it's not cool, is it?
It's not cool.
It's definitely not cool.
Pitchfork is cool.
I think I thought if I was going to give it a one-word review, it was going to be pleasant, which I thought
fine.
That's perfect. Pleasant. No, but pleasant's better than fine.
Yeah, so
pleasant. You enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's not exciting. It's very enjoyable. And I think there was a YouTube comment that I just saw this evening when I was listening to Something to Talk About on YouTube. The first comment is, "This song feels like a cozy blanket." Or an autumn walk in a warm coat, kicking the orange and brown leaves. But thumbs up, doesn't it?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That's actually how I feel. Like I listened to it a few times. Like I listened to it when I got back from work yesterday. I thought I'm going to stick that on because it's a nice, positive song, isn't it?
It does make me want to listen to more of Badly Drawn Boy's stuff. I think because he released an album in 2000. After taking like a 10-year break or something, called Banana Skin Shoes or something. I know it's meant to be like a bit of a break from him because he had all this material. We went through loads of stuff.
That said the influences that were ridiculous, like not like the influences, but like it always seems to be that he has something. Like it talks about the subject matter and stuff rather than. Like when you look at most bands' descriptions of most bands' albums, it's always about this. It sounds like this. It sounds like that.
Yeah.
When you look at descriptions of his, it's always about it's about this type of thing. It's about this.
Oh, okay.
Story. Like what was it? It said because this is the one I thought was weird. Where it's a portrait of his personal life, documenting a death of a close friend, right? And you think, well, that's good content for an album, isn't it? The death of a close friend. But then it says. And the loss of a grandfather in the Battle of Normandy.
All right,
but he wouldn't have been born.
Yeah, he's
when he lost He hasn't lost a grandfather in the Battle of Normandy.
Yeah.
He was already dead before
Yeah.
he was born.
He never really had a grandfather.
You don't have any emotions really attached to that because you just didn't know him. It's a bit of a weird thing to sort of go. It's not as emotional as losing close friend.
Yeah.
Like he did, but I thought that was strange.
I lost my grandfather. Oh, how did it happen? He got bombed at Normandy. Oh.
When he was 20.
Yeah.
But you never knew him then? No.
We were so close. You never knew him though. No.
It was ages ago, wasn't it? Yeah.
Were you even alive? No.
Get a grip. What else? Where do we get up to there?
I don't know, really.
I could give you some facts about the production,
at me. Yeah.
But you probably already might know them. Obviously, you know who produced it.
Ooh.
Stephen McLaughlin.
Yes.
Produced, recorded. Well, yeah. So he is known for producing, recording, and mixing scores for the Die Hard.
Okay.
And he was a sound mixer for the Metallica S&M film.
Right. Okay.
But an even better thing, which I just stumbled across when I was looking through all the people who made this album.
Yeah.
And I think this guy must have mixed it because I don't think he was a huge. Oh no, he played the drums and did like the electric drum parts and stuff.
Right.
Tom Rothrock. Okay.
Yes.
To start with, he produced Athlete.
Oh, okay.
And Elbow.
I thought I recognised his name from somewhere.
But even bigger than that, he mixed the debut Foo Fighters album.
No.
So even if you go on his Wikipedia page, right, you scroll down, it says loads of cool albums like Foo Fighters, the original album, the debut, 1995, right? He didn't produce it though. This is the problem. I thought he produced it, but he didn't produce it. He must have mixed it.
Oh, okay.
But that was a surprise. I was scrolling down his credits, and that's the one that stands out.
American
look at all the others.
Musician, composer, record producer, and owner of Bong Load Records. Tom Rothrock has worked with James Blunt, Foo Fighters, Moby, Beck, Badly Drawn Boy, R.L. Burnside, Athlete, Sloan, Gwen Stefani, Motorhead, Elbow, Stevie Nicks, Poison, Elliott Smith, Richard Thompson.
I mean, if you look at the soundtracks, Good Will Hunting, The Sopranos, Shrek 2, the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. This guy is gone from strength to strength.
Wow. Bong Load Records is notable for developing and releasing Beck's Loser single, which became the first #1 non-major label since FM radio became mainstream. Wow.
That makes the other interesting thing is this album's brought out on Badly Drawn Boy's his own record label, wasn't it? Was it?
No, this was on XL.
Are you sure? Twisted Nerve Records?
This wasn't.
Oh, okay. His debut was Twisted Nerve, was it?
No, he's got BDB Records now, I think.
Twisted Nerve Records is a Manchester-based record label founded by Badly Drawn Boy and Andy Votel. Best known for being the home of Badly Drawn Boy and Alfie.
Sorry,
let's see what we've got in my
what else
notes
have you
here.
got?
I've got probably a few things. Oh yes. So who played bass in Badly Drawn Boy? Do you want to take a guess? Oh, don't. Well, it won't be on that album, I don't think. I reckon he came after.
Sasha Krivtsov.
So he played bass on that album, did he?
Yes.
So I don't know if this was later or earlier, but Andy Rourke from the Smiths.
Oh.
Eventually replaced someone and played bass in Badly Drawn Boy.
Okay. All right.
Which I thought, that's interesting. I don't know if Andy Rourke was especially doing
I thought
anything. I thought he was kind of one of those people that didn't
didn't
fade
away
much. Yeah.
But
he's dead now, I think. There we go. That's him and his granddad in Normandy who've died. Oh no.
I just
in Normandy. Not going to sympathise with that.
No. Oh yeah. Oh, and the thank yous. It's like, and thank you to my granddad in Normandy for serving.
I believed you for a second. I thought, yeah, that is the sort of thing he'd write.
I kind of got the impression that he would just do everything, like what's his name?
Yeah, like
Damon
Prince.
Gough. Yeah, I just thought it would be like he'd be in a studio with this Tom Rothrock guy and just play everything. But
it's impressive because I imagine it's got a whole list of musicians, hasn't it?
Yeah.
On the album.
Yeah.
But I imagine I'm still impressed that I imagine he wrote most of the parts and directed the musicians.
I would have thought so. Yeah.
I still think it's very impressive for one person, isn't it?
I mean, on Silent Sigh, guitar, piano, Rhodes, triangle, horns, strings, and vocal is Damon. So he still does quite a lot.
Yeah. but I'm guessing, what's his name again? Sorry,
Damon Gough.
Damon Gough. I'm guessing he wrote those parts.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
So this, it got to number 6, did it? I don't know. Yeah, it got to number 6 in the UK.
Yeah,
I think probably a lot of the. I'm guessing. Well, the album, it would have been marketed by the film anyway. Silent Sigh, that was it. You said Silent Sigh.
Silent sigh, silent sigh, silent sigh, silent keeps down, move me down.
I remember that. I think, if I remember rightly, that was on the radio quite a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
It felt like its own song. It didn't feel like part of the soundtrack, really. It felt like
it was a standout, wasn't it? And
I didn't really think it was part. I didn't think it was Badly Drawn Boy. So when I heard it again the other day, I thought I must have thought this was someone else at the time. Like Semisonic came to mind. Remember that band?
Yeah. What was there?
I think they had a song called Secret Smile.
Secret Smile. That's it. Yeah.
And I thought the vocals for Silent Sigh, they're not quite the same as as some of the other songs of the album.
Do you think he wrote that separate?
It sounds
from
like a
this album?
standalone. It sounds like a pop song that is released for the charts, isn't it?
Yeah, and he just I wouldn't be surprised.
It just sounds different.
He wrote it as like his.
Because I suppose he would, wouldn't you? Like if someone says, "Can you write an album of songs for our soundtrack?" You're probably thinking in your head, right? Which ones are going to get released as singles? And how am I going to get this further than just the film?
And what else have I got in my back pocket?
Yeah, what I've already written that's nothing to do with the book or the film that I can squeeze in, and might be nice in the back of a scene.
Yeah,
but I didn't really particularly like that song. I like the theme of Something to Talk About is great, and that melody is throughout the whole album, isn't it? Because I think that was supposed to be a theme, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I think there's a song called what's the new? I Love New York. And that's nice. Like sometimes you think that's quite nice in an album.
Yeah,
bringing back another
I wish,
callback.
Yeah, I wish people do that more often. Really, I can't.
We should listen to more soundtracks, shouldn't we?
Well, maybe. Yeah, I
think that happens a lot.
Yeah.
On this, but then he knew what. I don't know if he. I wonder if he got advice from. Well, no, because the guy producing it was a soundtrack guy, wasn't he? So he would have told him.
I suppose, like. In films, that happens anyway, doesn't it? Really, you have sort of, I don't know. First thing that springs to mind is James Bond. You've got that main song, but they'll probably use little snippets of it or sound alikes throughout the film.
And it's a device, isn't it?
Yeah.
To trigger your memory back to something else in the film.
Yeah.
With it subconsciously, really.
And that it's probably a good device in albums, really.
Yeah.
Like, why don't bands do that?
Yeah, the second last song could refer to the second song on the album, and you'd be satisfied, wouldn't you? Get oh yes, like a comedy routine.
Like it's coming
when they mention something that happened in the first half hour, you go, yeah, you satisfy yourself by remembering. You have your own little
Now it makes sense. Yeah.
like a Stuart Lee routine.
I was thinking Stuart Lee. Yeah.
Yeah, it all makes sense in the last half hour when everything ties together. It's the perfect. I think Badly Drawn Boy have done something amazing where it sounds like a family comedy song.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's
like the little snippet music in Friends or something.
Yeah,
in between scenes.
You can just imagine people doing things whilst it's on.
Yeah,
it's not like an amazing song or anything, but it's just like he's written it perfectly to his brief.
And it's that's the thing. He's fulfilled his brief, and he's
he's filled his briefs.
Oh, matron.
Yeah. Which is what makes me think it's a really good album.
Yeah.
Even though it's not, it doesn't feel like an album, but I feel like it is, because if you put yourself in his shoes, I thought actually it makes it so much.
Skin shoes.
I bet it's so much easier to make an album where someone gives you a topic and theme and style and says like it's going to be kind of based on this book and there's going to be a film about it. That must be easier creatively than saying, right, here's a blank canvas, do what you want. You'd be like, oh, I don't know where to start.
Yeah,
but this is like I'm saying it as if it's easy, but it's not, obviously.
The inspiration's already there, like pre-planned.
But it's easier,
yeah,
I'd say, if someone gives you, here's the things you need to do and here's the things we want it to be like. But hopefully they gave him enough freedom.
Well, I mean, see, Silent Sigh got on.
Well, and he didn't need to come up with these good hits either.
No.
He didn't need to accidentally stumble across something to talk about.
It could have just been completely instrumental.
Yeah.
And just
it could have been boring and it still would have been fine as a soundtrack.
Yeah, it still would have worked for the film.
But obviously you thought it was good enough as an album.
I mean, I think I probably bought it on the back of Something to Talk About. And it was probably, I don't remember buying it, but I remember sort of being into like a lot of acoustic-y kind of stuff at the time, like Jack Johnson and things like that,
that was the same kind of, my memories of that time was Jack Johnson always being on in the car.
Yeah.
About a boy, I'm sure Badly Drawn Boy would have been on. I think we're going back to like Athlete and stuff, where you'd have those compilations of easy listening indie. Kind of.
Yeah.
Indie that your parents like, indie that everyone likes, your kids like it.
Guys with a guitar.
Your grandma likes it.
And
it's not offensive.
Inaffensive. That's the word.
And it's kind of like, it's nice. It's positive.
Pleasant.
Pleasant is the word he needs to have that on his on the re-release that he puts out, like 20 year
Russ Gallagher
2024 when he puts out the 30-year anniversary. He'll reference this podcast. But it's a shame. I was thinking it was a shame that I didn't see him when he came to Carlisle like a few weeks ago or whatever. But then I read so he was in the top 50 bands to see before you die in Q magazine or something.
All right.
But apparently he was in a section of that 50 bands to see before you die where it was it was like you could take them or leave them or something. It's like you kind of defeat the purpose. Where is it that says that? Let me see if I can find it. I can't remember what it was.
I think that is that for a musician. I think that must be the worst.
In 2002, Q magazine named Badly Drawn Boy in their list of 50 bands to see before you die. Now, what a compliment that would be.
Mm-hmm.
Although this was part of a sub-list of 5 bands that go either way.
What?
So don't put them in it then, if you're just going to insult them.
I think that must be the worst thing you can possibly say to a musician. Like, either love them, hate them, or don't
ambivalent.
Don't be like,
This is it. Nobody wants people. They say that about music and stuff. Then they say it's better to be hated than to be forgotten about.
Forgotten about. Yeah.
No one's interested.
Yeah,
You'd rather everyone go, you're shit. 'Cause at least it's like it's
You're
something.
provoking a reaction.
You're provoking a reaction at least. But they've said it's because on account of Gough's or whatever his name or tendency to talk and tell stories for extended periods in concert rather than play songs.
Oh.
So when I read that, I thought I'm quite glad I didn't go, because if I was going to go, I'd want him to just keep playing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want these 15-minute
Play
talks
the
about
fucking
whatever.
song.
Yeah, play something to talk about. Yeah, it's coming. It's at the end, obviously. It's obviously going to be at the end, isn't it? When should I come back? When are you going to do about boy stuff? Not this new stuff that you've got.
But also later. But right now, I've got something to talk about.
Or if you go, no, this set is just going to be new stuff. Everyone leaves, basically.
No,
it's off the new album. Oh. But then I watched him playing on the Late Late Show, which is Ireland, I think, RTE.
All right.
Oh, that was all right. It sounded a bit dodgy. His vocals, right? So he was quite boring live.
Right.
His vocals, it's obviously well produced. He's very good in the studio. He's a very good recording artist, but live, I wasn't impressed with that performance. And then, even worse, his version of Something to Talk About at Glastonbury 2002 was nothing like the recorded version.
Oh.
It's basically just him and an acoustic guitar on the main stage. I think he's on the Pyramid stage. And he's like finger picking the opening, but he doesn't even do the famous kind of intro.
I've been dreaming of the things I learned about a boy who's bleeding.
And it sounds nothing really like the original, and you just think it's like one of those people who thinks the song's so good.
Yeah, the song
everyone's going to love it anyway, like in the crowd. But everyone there, obviously, not a huge crowd, but obviously loads of people there thinking this is one of the biggest songs at the time. Probably thinking, oh no, it's not. It's not what we came to see. We wanted to hear him play Something to Talk About as if it was on the album with a band. So I'm quite glad I didn't go and see him, because I don't think it would have been that good. Really.
Fair enough. Is he touring now?
Let's see. I did. It was weird at the start when I started listening to this, because I thought, where's he been? Like, I've not really heard about him. I wonder if he's lived off the money he's made from these initial couple of albums.
No, apparently he had some money troubles. I read an interview with him, why he was away for like 10 years or whatever it was.
So he's playing in October. He's touring the UK.
Oh, really? What? Oh, right. Oh, yeah, he is, yeah.
Nottingham, Rock City, Royal Concert Hall, which is probably better, actually. York Barbican.
Brighton's not that far from here.
What? Liverpool M&S Bank Arena?
Really?
That's huge.
Wow.
It was playing Glasgow, Royal Concert Hall, which makes sense. The arena in Liverpool doesn't sound right.
Is that the ACC?
The arena in Cardiff, Utilita Arena in Cardiff.
Oh, that's quite big, isn't it?
Yeah. And he must be supporting someone, surely.
Yeah, maybe he is, yeah.
Oh, it's with Squeeze. That'll make sense now.
Well,
that all makes sense.
Right, he's supporting Squeeze.
Yeah. Don't put it on your site as if, as if it's your own gig.
He's sober. He stopped drinking in 2015 because he was just drinking all the time.
That happens to a lot of creative geniuses.
Yeah. And it's okay.
No. What?
I just skipped past that one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, buying this. Then I had financial issues like you wouldn't believe. Okay, this is him talking about his former relationship. We've been together nearly 15 years. The split was the beginning of my absence from music. For 3 years, I was getting over the relationship that had failed, partying, getting drunk. But every single day that passed, I was trying to make a record until someone said to me, "Why don't you take a break? Don't worry about music." Then I thought I could do that. I'll just do nothing. So I did nothing for a year, and then that turned into 2 years. Then I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease and diabetes.
Oh, God.
Then I was told I had to have both hips replaced from a complication with the medication I was on. Then I had financial issues like you wouldn't believe, buying this house, and then the taxman wanted a ton of money off me for a fraudulent scheme that I invested in. I invested in the British film industry 15 years ago.
Okay.
And the taxman wanted all the money back and basically bankrupted me.
So he probably just got some bad advice. Then.
I guess.
Musicians aren't financial experts.
Yeah.
They just do what they're told by their accountant.
He probably got that 20 grand that he got from Mercury. He probably invested that. And
bought a house.
Yeah.
Couldn't pay the mortgage.
Yeah. So, and he split up with his girlfriend of 15 years.
Tricky.
Which he had 2 kids with. His wife even, that he had 2 kids with. So,
sorry, I'm just remembering a joke on...
All right, okay.
No. On the Ricky Gervais radio show on XFM, they say something like there's a part, because the funny thing is, because I listen to that radio show like a podcast, like listen to it a lot. There's hundreds of hours of it, as you know, and obviously Badly Drawn Boy is on it a lot because it's from 2001 to 2003 or 4 or something.
Yeah.
So I get lots of snippets of Badly Drawn Boy stuff and talking about him and stuff. And there's one bit where they say, someone says Badly Drawn Boy has recently had a kid or something, and Ricky Gervais in the background goes, Badly Drawn Little Boy. Like the worst, the shittest joke. Badly Drawn Little Boy, and then Stephen Merchant's just like, oh god. But remember in that they were saying, I remember on this radio show they were saying, like, because his trademark was the hat, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So in order for him to go around unrecognized, he would just go around without the hat on. So he'd go around without a disguise, and no one would know it was him. Because obviously, if he went around with that hat on, he was very famous. That's quite strange, isn't it? He was very famous for 2 years. Yeah,
for wearing a hat.
Because I remember, it's amazing that I still remember him from that time, and I was probably 12, 13.
I think he was on Buzzcocks a couple of times, wasn't he, as well? I think.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me, So he must have been riding high.
Yeah.
After that first album being a success, and then About a Boy.
Yeah. It just, is stark.
So it'd be hard to take, so I can see why he would party a bit too hard and think he was going to think this was going to last forever.
It probably makes you feel a bit invincible, doesn't it? Really, just everything's going up and up so quickly, and
I think we all imagine, oh, that must be great, like envious of it slightly, and we think that we're clever enough to not get sucked up into that, but you would.
Yeah.
When you go a bit out of control and think, no, this is it now.
It's like he's talking about his drinking. He's just like he was never a boozer at all. But he went to the pub like 3 times a week or something like that, and then like he focused everything on his music. So he had a drink while he was making music, and then he was making music every day. So he had a drink every day, and it just snowballed from there.
That's how it happens with musicians, especially, isn't it? You hear about. I remember hearing about bands like Foals. Like I think Royal Blood's quite a good example. Like he's now sober, isn't he?
Oh, really?
But like the tour thing, I think it's always obviously expected of you.
Yeah. What do you do when you
might tour for 2 years?
Yeah.
And you're drinking every night, and there's no sort of cut off. You don't go, I'm just having an early night tonight.
Yeah.
After being on stage until 11 p.m. You go, no, let's carry this on because we're not up until 3 p.m. tomorrow. Anyway.
We've got nothing to do apart from sound check, and that's it.
And then driving to the next venue. Yeah.
And then you're probably drinking through the sound check anyway.
Because you think, well, it makes me play better. It doesn't. It doesn't.
No. It makes you think you're playing better.
Well, that's good enough for me. As long as I think I'm playing better, it doesn't matter when everyone else thinks. So I can see it's weird. He's got a weird career, hasn't he? Definitely for me, he was forgotten about after this. In my mind, until recently, just seeing a poster in Carlisle.
I mean, you know, the fact that he's supporting Squeeze, you know, they haven't forgotten about him, I guess.
I imagine a lot of musicians probably respect him more than the public. Like, they go, well, he was very good back in the day.
Anyway,
That's good.
Right, what do you think?
I'm just having a quick look to see if there's anything else more to say, but I don't think there is.
Okay.
Well, Once Around the Block,
Mm-hmm.
the cover by Kings of Convenience is better than the Badly Drawn Boy version,
Is it?
I would argue.
All right.
I think that's the last thing. That's the last thing I had to say on it. And that's not on the album, but yeah, that was before his first album, I think.
Yeah.
I think that's what gave him got people interested in.
Yeah, that was the
song.
big one, wasn't it? I think. Yeah. The big single.
But yes, so the question.
Yeah. So does this belong on the best CD collection in the world ever?
I think I'm going to say yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I did not think I was going to say that.
Would
initially when you said, the About a Boy soundtrack, I thought that's not an album, is it?
Yeah, it's a weird one, isn't it? Yeah.
Feels like an album, really.
Yeah.
It's good enough to be one.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think I would. I think there's something about it that I really like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a good album. I'm going to listen to it again, I think. And I've listened to it loads, like building up to this, because it's been some CDs I just, I love, but I probably haven't listened to for years. So I need to remind myself about them. So I listened to this one loads before recording.
It's because it's easy, isn't it? It's no effort.
Yeah.
Like there was a point in it where there was all these instrumental bits, and I wasn't quite sure how many tracks were on it or how long it was going to be. And there was a part of me that thought, at first, when there was really quick songs, just for the soundtrack, I thought, it's going to be a quick one. But there was also a part of me that thought it could be a long, drawn-out album because they're trying to fill up a film with music. But I was so happy to look down and see that it was 44 minutes long. And that's about the right length for me. Like, it's very easy to listen to. You don't have to really put too much effort into to get what you want out of it, really.
No, it does what it says. It fulfills its brief.
Yes, it's pleasant and it fulfills its brief. It's the perfect review.
I mean, that's what you want, isn't it? Really? Yeah.
And it's very positive and happy, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Even there's also a Christmas song on it, which I really like.
I know, yeah.
Donna and Blitzen.
I'm surprised that was never released as a Christmas single.
Well, I kind of just thought he's had to write that because there's a Christmas scene.
Yeah.
And there's also bits where, what's the song? Walking Out of Stride.
Yeah.
Feels like a Christmassy song. It's got like that Rhodes bells kind of sound.
Yeah.
So you kind of think, that you just know when you listen to stuff like that, you go, they probably use this when he's Christmas shopping or something. Which is what's good when you listen to a soundtrack. You go, I wonder what part they use this in. You can kind of guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was enjoyable.
That's good. Excellent. All right.
And next, you're going to give me some kind of death metal.
Well, it is a B.
Oh, it's a B. It comes up to E.
Yeah. It's a big one. It is a big.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, right. It's a big one.
Yeah.
Not like Bob Dylan or something.
No.
Thank God for that.
It's not like, a classic. Like the
okay, it's not a classic. Right, that's what I was thinking, like Guns N' Roses.
But it's a contemporary classic. Let's say that.
Oh, right.
It's what is it, 2003?
Blink-182?
Yes.
Is it? Self-titled. Is that the one you want to do?
Yeah, it's got to be self-titled. Good. It's amazing.
I'd say it's my favourite if I had to pick one.
Such a good album. So different.
That'll be nostalgic.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, actually. I've got a lot to say about this album.
This is going to be a two-parter.
It might be.
It might be 2 weeks. We have to do 2 days.
I love this album. It is so good. And,
I remember it.
It's something I haven't really listened to it for a long time.
Neither have I. And I remember being at school when
because-
someone had it, and I've got good
Yeah,
memories of it
Well, it
because
just
people.
exists.
Blink-182 other albums came out when I was too young, and
Yeah.
that came out
Yeah,
as a
just
teenager
the right time.
for me.
I haven't listened to it for a while because it just exists in my head.
Yeah,
Because it just
exactly. I'm thinking of all the songs now, and I
Yeah,
don't even have to.
yeah.
But listening to it in order might be quite a nice experience. Just go and pretend you bought this for the first time.
Yeah. So yeah,
because there's probably
so
some crap ones on there that we can't remember.
there is no filler on this
No.
album.
I don't think there was.
Absolutely
No.
no filler. So there we go. That's homework for next week, or whenever we do it.
Yeah, just do it now.
Yeah.
Just gonna listen to it now. See you
I'm far
tomorrow.
Far too tired for that. Yeah.
I'll probably listen to it more than once, but then maybe I won't. I don't know. That'll be
Right,
good.
I'm gonna go because it's gone 10 and I need a shower.
Yes, it's late for this.
It is. It's past my bedtime. Right, cool. Lovely to speak
Cool.
to you.
And
yeah, good
See you.
good chat.
Good chat. I'll see you
All right.
next Wednesday.
See you next
hopefully.
Wednesday. All right. Cool.
Bye.
Bye. I don't know why I've just started a Kit Kat because all you're going to hear is me crunching now.
That's funny though. Just cut to that whenever there's a bit where you're just like, oh, okay.